Welcome, my friends, to AI Creatives Connect. Always a pleasure to be with you on these Wednesdays, talking about all things artificial intelligence music. You're hearing a track called We Will Fight, and this track is all about Suno. All right, we're going to fight. We're going to demolish whatever stands in our way. We're going to go crazy. I just wrote that song before I jumped on, and of course, it was powered by none other than Suno. And you want to know how I did it? Wrote my composition on this keyboard, fired up a beat, fired up my 80s power rock beat. And then I turned on my guitar. So I went crazy, wrote the song, dumped it in Suno, sang like a wild man, and out came that rock track. And these are some of the freedoms. I consider them to be freedoms that we as creatives have when we come into a tool such as Suno. Very precise, right on point. Played it on, I think it was on C# minor. Yeah, and it delivered without missing a beat. But welcome. How are all of you doing today? Why don't you chat in? Let me know how you're doing. KP, good to see you. I was wondering where you'd been earlier, but I know that you've been downloading some of the Udio stuff. Udio, oh my goodness, let's not even talk about Udio, but the deadline has passed, and I'm hoping that those of you that had substantial music in there actually downloaded the music. I hope you did, because if you didn't, that's it. I don't know how you're going to be able to get it out, right? But anyway, moving on to what we have for today. The motto that I have for today's meeting is, they can kill the tool, but they can't kill our soul. And it's very important that we as creatives focus on the most important asset to protect. While I love all the AI tools that exist, you know I love Suno, but it's important that we preserve our mental health and that we keep hope alive. I was very sad to see some people, this whole Udio thing, messing with them. Some people take this stuff very seriously. So let's not get it twisted, thinking everyone who's in this is just trying to steal. You know, we have the crazies out there that think everyone is a thief. They hear you use Suno, they paint you as being a rogue, a thief, a brigand. But those folks, they're deluded and they have no sense. They have no sense of mental health for people who are stuck in one place. Now Suno gives them wings. I think we need to challenge Red Bull. we got to take that slogan from Red. No, Suno gives you wings. Suno takes you to places you've never been. I don't know if you've taken a look at my recent video showing me in the rainforest. Suno took me to the rainforest. It gave me wings. Many of you have wings now. I know KP's been doing a lot of stuff, creating a lot of stuff. And Suno gives us that ability. So tonight, my simple message to you is keep hope alive. Don't let them kill your soul, because I know lots of you got music in you. Lots of you are enjoying the music. I cannot count the amount of feedback that I got from the video that we put out today about Suno, direct message to Suno. So many people are in this for survival. And I'm not talking about the bag. It's not about the money. It's about survival. It gives them focus. It gives them something to look forward to. It helps them amplify their ideas. It helps them amplify their musical abilities. So for any of the skeptics out there, the uninformed, grossly uninformed, spewing ignorance left, right, and center, thinking that Suno rips music and then samples the music in what it outputs. How ignorant. Why don't you spend some time learning what artificial intelligence systems go through to learn instead of just parroting nonsense? It really gets me irritated. I've put out videos about training, but it seems like people don't watch videos about AI training. They got this one track mind. You're stealing, you're stealing. It's dumb. I put in my prompt tonight. I wrote the song at the keyboard. The melody, the chords, the lyrics, even the licks. Suno is very good at mimicry. Let me explain to the ignorant out there that don't understand how Suno works. Let me explain to you. Suno will take a song that is relatively unpolished, your idea, your words, your composition through and through, bass lines, harmonies, name it. It will take that, polish it up, and give it to you a restored version, so to speak. Now, how do you call that theft? Isn't that dumb to call such stealing? Who did it steal from? In that instance, who did it steal from? It's everything is you. You composed it, just polished it. It's like employing studio musicians. That's really what it is like. They put polish and finish. I remember when I recorded my first big band jazz album, Inventors of Our Time, I had Claude, my trumpet player. He put all of the horns together. He listened to what I did. He brought in Tony, Claude Dapper. Shout out to Claude. Shout out to Tony Kofi out in the UK. Harry Brown out in the UK. Scored my music thoroughly. And when we showed up at the premises in London, they were ready to go. Blew horns for 8 hours, and boom, there was genius, pure genius. The lines in that record till today, you could check it out on YouTube, Inventors of Our Time. But Suno is like a shortcut to getting excellence. It was my stuff, but Claude took it, polished it up, gave the parts to the sax, the trumpet, flugelhorn, trombone. It came out sounding like gold. But what Suno does is it takes your idea, and the same way Claude polished my ideas and put it in 4D with that big band horn sound, is the same way Suno can take your unfinished idea. So how do you take an idea that's someone's and you say they're stealing? Anyway, I'm off my soapbox. These things, they just irk me these days because it just gets old hearing the same old pathetic defense. It's only a matter of time that other tools rise up, and many have, but the way AI learns is going to get even better and smarter. And AI will not even need to learn from let's say, a plethora of things anymore. It will find its own way. Mark my words, it will find its own way. And with a limited amount of genre vocabulary, it will be able to find its way. It's going to happen. So Suno is definitely the leader. I doff my hat to Suno. So I want to encourage you to not lose hope. There will always be a way for you to create. I am working on ways that you can create. I'm trying to help people jumpstart what they do in Suno. In fact, in the next few days, I will be launching an audio repository. For those of you that haven't really been able to prompt using audio, well, I've curated 15 of my personal audio prompts that I'm going to give you. Wave files, has beats, has melody, has some licks. And for those of you that want to just experiment, I'm going to make this available to people who are interested in that. So for a very minimal amount, they're going to be able to take audio files of coherent music and experiment in Suno, and maybe create some awesome stuff that will be yours. This is all royalty free. So I am working on helping people realize their dreams in the world of AI music. I believe in it even more than ever before. reading the stories. One of our dear subscribers shared the story of how he lost his wife, and as a coping mechanism, had to turn to working in Suno as part of the healing process. I've heard from another user of ours who was bedridden. And incidentally, I was just talking about how many people love Suno. They're bedridden, but they come alive when they have that out, when they have that, opening into a new portal. And he said, Phill, it was as though you were talking to me. And this has helped me get going. So many of you. You can go read the comments. So I want to encourage you. Yeah, the skeptics are out there, the trolls, the ignorant, the Shylocks looking for their pound of flesh, the grossly, hugely ignorant people. But you know what? Don't waste your energy on them. Mohini Day, great bass player. She put a little endorsement of Suno as a tool, and the trolls came frothing at the mouth. Talk about Night of the Dead, came out from wherever they are and started trolling her on this page. And I'm like, people don't have anything better to do. But for you creatives, you have something better to do. Create. So it's been a very busy, emotional, and even exhausting week in the world of AI music, especially for those using tools like Udio. And I know some of you Udio users, you're like, well, Phill, should I jump over to the side of Suno? What if that happens to them? We are working on that not happening by pushing positive creative energy towards Suno. Sometimes even the best of the best need a little bit of encouragement from the customer. I don't want Suno to fold. I want them to be bold. I want them to stand strong. I want them to fight the ghouls, the goblins. The ghouls and the goblins hiding in the basement of the record labels. They know who they are. And when you really boil it down, when you really think about it, they're always in it for themselves. It's not about the longevity of music. It's very hypocritical. When you boil down, even if all the lawsuits yield billions and billions of dollars, you'd be lucky to get $25 for yourself, so-called artist. They, of course, will take care of the big dogs. But the little guys, are you kidding? They're not even thinking about you. But we've had a lot of drama this week. We've had, the lawsuits. We've had the walled garden stuff happening. And I feel so bad for a lot of you Udio users. Drop me a comment and let me know how you're coping with this madness, this craziness. Because I cannot imagine waking up and, heavens forbid, Suno saying we're gonna call it a day. No, that ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen. But they can kill the tools. They can build walled gardens. They can build the hanging garden of Judio. But they ain't gonna kill our soul. That ain't gonna happen. They can slap on download restrictions all they want. They can sell silence in the name of settlement, because that's really what it is. Shut your mouth, we'll settle. And they can try to contain this AI music movement in licensing cages, digital barbed wire. That's really what it is. But they cannot contain the fire in creators like you and me. Are you kidding me? All those ideas you have, are you just gonna let them die? No, you gotta let them fight. I got a message. You know what my message is? My message is fight to be the best version you could ever be. And I realize how Suno helps me do that. I want to be the best version of myself. And I have tools that can help me create my message, amplify my message, teach and train me. You see, this is where the skeptics get it wrong. Has AI ever trained you? AI trained me. I listened to something that AI did, and I'm like, what? You took my work and you threw something that was crazier in my face? I got to go learn this stuff. And that's when I got serious. I looked for my Steinway samples from Mozart, and I said, I gotta amp up my game, and I recorded 3 tracks, no AI, just piano. Right? It's on one of my latest releases. It's an avant-garde jazz thing. But I heard what Suno did. I'm like, how dare you, you cheeky so and so? I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play you to your own game. I'm gonna beat you to your own game. So I turned on my Steinway samples and I went crazy. And that's a good challenge. Sometimes we just need a good challenge. I've heard Suno play some bass lines. I'm like, wow. What was that? I've been hearing that on a lot of records, and I slow it down and I try to play it. So be rest assured, AI has a lot of good. Now, can AI be used for rogue intent? Of course. There are people who are going to defraud the system, and just making it clear, the AI cover saga, I am against people stealing from artists. That's its own thing. But Suno on its own is not a tool. Let me give you an example. Last night, I was at Guitar Center, and I have a buddy who teaches at Guitar Center, Dale. And we're having a chit-chat, and I said, Dale, let me show you how Suno composes, or how Suno can take your composition and amplify it. So I turn the keyboard, and I start singing some lines, and I hit send into Suno. And Suno says, hey, those lyrics sound like something that exists. Oh, okay. You see what I'm saying? Suno is looking out for the owners of these pieces of music, that even the words, I just put them together innocently, and he said, oh no, there's something that, that those words are from somewhere else. I'm like, wow, okay. So I can appreciate what Suno is doing. But the trolls and the ghouls and the goblins in these other companies, they forget Suno is trying to be above board, because there's some other darker companies. There's the dark web of AI music, if you didn't know. Please don't go looking for it. Don't go looking for the dark web, but there's a dark web of AI music. Don't go there. But in the dark web of AI music, yeah, you can do a lot of bad. And I mean stealing. So, with everything, there's good and there's bad. The crazed bear that jumped out of the woods and bounding at you, and you got to do something about it. But that same tool, it could be used for bad towards another human. You get what I'm saying? Enough said. So that's pretty much what I wanted to share with you today. Keep hope alive. Don't let it die, okay? I want to say thank you to KP, AI Storyteller. How you doing? Yes, indeed. Thank you for all your comments, AI Storyteller. I saw those on our post today. And everyone else who has come through, I appreciate you. Let's keep hope alive. Let's keep going, okay? Let's not stop. Let's not look back. It's a very short session today. So if you have any questions or concerns or comments, I just wanted to show up, because I know that every Wednesdays we look forward to meeting. And I know I have been online quite a bit. I put out a number of videos along with the Udio, deadlines and stuff. So I want to honor your time and not take too much of it. Okay. Hey, Beatology, how you doing, my friend? Yeah, good to see you. It's a very, very short one. Have you downloaded? You never used Udio, so I don't think you had anything to download from Udio. Did you? I don't think you did. But as far as everyone who had stuff to download from Udio, I hope you are able to do it. If you are already a user of Suno, this is going to be the jump off point, because I'm probably going to just share basics for those who are on the Udio fence and thinking, should I jump in? I just want to share a few quick things with you today, right? We look forward to meeting. Yeah, download all the stuff. Yeah, I agree. Udio is even worse than ever before, because now they put everything up in their little walled garden, such and such. Yes. Okay. Now, for those of you who are wondering if you should jump into the world of Suno, I just want to show you pretty quick. Creating in Suno is very, very easy. And you have nothing to be fearful of. So let's jump into a very quick Suno session for those of you who are new to it. When you get into Suno, you have these buttons right on the left. Navigation can be a bit tricky, but you got these buttons on the left. You got home. That takes you to Suno home, right? On the right hand side here, this is the song that I was playing earlier, the Keep Fighting song. And then when you click on the next icon, create over here, this takes you to where you can upload stuff, you can create stuff. So if you click on simple up here, you have the ability to just write a prompt for a song. So watch this. I don't use this, but it's not a bad way of you understanding Suno's firepower. So if I just type in a song about fighting back at the dragon, the dragon labels, record labels. That's all. Boom. It's a simple prompt, right? And you can have fun just learning like this. Now, you can add audio, you could add lyrics, you could get very precise. I could say, okay, I want it to be an Afrobeat track. And then I just hit create. And Suno creates something based on what I input. Now, this is the first level. It's a very basic level and probably more for the non-musicians because there's very little creativity involved. There's imagination, right? But as far as creativity, coming up with the lyrics, you didn't. Coming up with the music, you didn't. But anyway, this is what it would give you, something like this. La 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 la. La 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 la.
They call me a spark, but I'm the wildfire. Try to lock my wings, but I fly higher. Suits with their papers, their iron grip. But I'm the storm, I make the script. You can't box me in a contract cage. I mean, that's wild. Just in a few seconds, you got a banging Afrobeat track. This is, why Suno is the bomb. Who's going to argue with that? Look at the measly little prompt I put in. Look at the big sound I got out of it. It's ridiculous. Now, I don't use this because it could make me, personally, it could make me lazy. But if anyone wants to use it, more power to you. It's there. You didn't steal from nobody. At least the initial prompt is yours. You gotta think of it like this. Suno can't do anything of its own. A human has got to put it in that direction. Now, this might be $1 million idea. Don't look at the fact that it only took me a few seconds, right, to defend what Suno stands for. What if I have a mobility, like earlier this year, my rotator cuff was so badly torn, I could barely lift this arm. So who thinks I want to play keyboards then? Or who thinks I want to type? Even typing it was torturous. So if anyone needs to use this functionality, while I don't use it a lot, I don't begrudge them. And it's there in Suno. Here's another one. They call me a spark, but I'm the wildfire. Try to lock my wings, but I fly higher. Suits with their papers, their iron grip, but I'm the storm, I make the script. You can't box me in a contract cage. My voice erupts a tidal wave. Burn the chains, watch them crack. Turn the tables, take it back. No dragon label owns my flame. Burn the chains, I'm untamed. I'm untamed.
So I hope that gave you a little demonstration of the quality of the sound. Simple prompt, big sound. Very simple prompt. And then you could go to the next level, like this one I've got here. Let's play this one. So how did I write this? Well, I went into custom and I wrote the lyrics, but I also put in this crazy audio prompt. Yeah. So I'll spare your eardrums, but yeah, the screaming, everything, it was taken and it comes up with a masterpiece pretty much. This is it. Not that. Oh dear. Okay, let's go back to the library so that I play the exact one for you. Okay, not me screaming like a banshee. Okay, here we go. I think this is it here. So I know. So you heard my yelling and screaming, but Suno took it and used it as part of the song. Listen again. So if you are a musician and you have stuff that you can create with audio, whether in your DAW or whether just to a recorder on your phone, you can take that clip, put it in Suno. Suno will amaze you. All right, so over here on the left-hand side, when you go into create, if you're in custom, at the top, you have audio, and this is where you can upload audio files. When you've uploaded the audio file, you can ask Suno to do whatever you want with it. Down here, we have advanced options, and those advanced options could be manipulated in a variety of ways. But this is just a very quick demonstration of the power of Suno. Over here we have Studio, and in Studio you're able to layer track after track, getting, I would say, an increment of whatever you put in the beginning. Let me give you a very quick example. So this was a piano track from an album of mine. It's really kind of out there, almost getting into a keyless zone. So I now ask Suno to add to it, and it added this second track. Hear that saxophone? See, that's a sax on its own. And after adding the saxophone, the next thing I added was strings. So this is all three things together. Strings and sax first. You hear the strings? And now my original piano that was played live at Steinway Hall. Now if you have headphones on, I'm patting the sax a hard right and the strings hard left. Anyway, So you can have a blast in this thing. That's all I'm saying. Give Suno a try. You will not be disappointed. It does require patience. For me, I remember the first time I went in, what I wanted to see right off the bat was what it could do with my own audio. And I was blown away just seeing it could take your audio and preserve it and give you some pretty awesome outputs. But anyway, my friends, I want to say a big thank you to all of you who came through. Thank you to our friend KP, Beatology. Thank you very much. Our friend Mr. Kocho, thank you for coming through. Mr. Kocho said, I like building songs in 32-second sections on Udio. Can I do the same on Suno? I'm more interested in arrangement. That's a very good question. So when it comes to doing things in Suno, you could try in your style prompt to guide it as to how long it should be. But what I have found is if I want a particular length, I either need to shorten the lyrics or I need to give it a similar audio prompt around that same length. Now, if it gives you anything longer, you can use these functionalities to either edit it. So we have like this, you can open this in Editor, for example. If you open it in Editor, you could choose to trim down the song by either deleting some sections of it or by just shortening it. Like you see all these sections that we have here in the song. These are all tips. So each one of these is a section. I could choose to shorten that. I could choose to delete outrightly some of these sections. So I just click on them and delete if I don't want them. See what I'm saying? And then you can shorten them. You know, there's so many ways of doing it. It takes going in and experimenting, you know. I think the more you experiment, the better you get. And I've heard so many possibilities that I haven't even tried in Suno. So it takes, you know, dialogue with the community, knowing what other people have done, and just ask. You'll be amazed at what is capable, what's possible with Suno. There's a lot of possibilities, many ways to get to what you want. Okay? All right. Well, I want to say thank you one more time. And like I promised, it's not as long a meeting as it normally is. But thank you everyone who came through. Thank you, our friend KP, Beatology. Thank you for coming through. Mr. Kocho, thank you for coming through. Storyteller, always good to see you folks. I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Let's keep hope alive and let's not be discouraged. All right, you take it easy.